Hey guys, how's it going? I hope everything is fine with you. So today, I'm planning to discuss some learning mistakes that I made in the early days of my learning journey, and I'm also gonna discuss how I changed my wrong method of learning English to improve my learning process. So let's get started. Last week, I rearranged my room and desk and made cleaning stuff. And fortunately, I found some books and notes that I used in the early days of my learning journey, and that brought me back some memories of how I learned English in the past day, like a flashback. So the thing that I actually realized is that today me as a language learner of English is totally different from the old me as a language learner of English. I made lots of mistakes in the past day. So starting my English learning journey with a way of self-study, I didn't have a mentor or a language coach who pushed me straight on my language learning process. So I totally didn't have a clue like how a language works or what is the right way to learn a language effectively. I just needed to figure out my own way of learning methods step by step. So especially the downside is, although it takes a lot of efforts and energy, like the results I wanted didn't come off. So that situation made me feel like I was getting stuck in one place and I was demotivated and also depressed. But on the other side, today, I feel really satisfied and proud of myself for going through that kind of tough period. So this is the main reason why I make this video. Maybe you are learning English by yourself and maybe you are experiencing the same situation like me. All these mistakes I made can be a solution in your learning journey. But the first very big mistake I made is that using the bilingual dictionary. So using the dictionary is the most basic and most important part of language learning. So it's definitely the worst of me making mistake from the very basic step. So I heard some English teachers say that if you are learning English, you should use English to English dictionary. It's more effective. But I was stubborn and I didn't want to change the way I was doing it. But after taking a certain amount of time, I started to realize that I'm not doing something wrong with my language learning process. Whenever I learn a new word, translating it into my native language was such a very big burden to acquire the language naturally. So it's a very important thing, guys. If we learn English, the way we think, the way we absorb the language should be with English. Why do we need to translate it, combine it with our mother tongue and make the learning process more complex? So for me, my decision to start to use English to English dictionary was my best reformation ever to improve my learning process. And then by using the monolingual dictionary, I can completely, absolutely immerse myself in my language learning process, and it's totally a game changer. I do trick my brain thinking in English. And then I have more chance to be familiar with more vocabulary and level up my understanding of the context. So I want to say, if you are learning English and if you still hesitate to start using English to English dictionary, please do it now. Stop it today. So the second mistake I made is that to note down every new vocabulary I see in my notebook with full detailed explanations as the way I see in dictionary. So another mistake related to vocabulary learning. So I know and I agree that vocabulary is very important to improve our fluency, but just write it down every single word with the explanations is not the right way. And this is what I did. So in the early stage of my learning journey, I wrote down every new words I see in my notebook, and I thought this is the best way to improve my vocabulary enrichment. But I just wrote down words and their detailed explanation. I didn't try to memorize the words over and over again. I mean, no repetition. And also, I didn't try to acquire the new words, like using meaningful context, like making sentences using the words. And the worst part is, I didn't need to write down every detailed explanations. Because why do I need to write down like every detailed explanations of the words that are already exist in dictionary? It's just a waste of time. So instead, the right way to learn vocabulary is to try to memorize the words using meaningful context, do repetition, and try to use the words as possible as we can. So, every little things we do in our learning journey has a huge impact on our learning process. So if you think you feel something wrong with your learning method, please check it out. Consider the main problem of your learning method and fix it. So the top mistake I made is that to prioritize quantity rather than quality. So I think this is kind of mistake every language learner can make in their early periods of learning journey. So I was like solely tempted and motivated to learn new things of language. I was like, oh my God, there are a huge bunch of things I need to learn in this language, like hundreds of thousands of new vocabulary, a bunch of grammar rules, like lots of like idiomatic usage, like there were always more things to learn, and I was very obsessed about learning more and more things of language. So I set the weekly goals, monthly goals, like how many new vocabulary I will learn this week, how many new grammar units I will study this month. Like my hunger to learn new things of language was insatiable. So yeah, it's great to be motivated to learn. But it doesn't make any sense by just trying to learn new things without taking action or repetition. And it was me. So I was so weak in doing repetition. So like I really revised things that I had studied, and I just emphasized like quantity rather than quality. I just emphasize learning new things rather than really absorbing it, like getting it and making it active in my language learning style. In this case, I want to mention a saying, a bird in the hand is worth two birds in a bush. I mean, it's more important to keep and make something useful that we already have than to be desperate to get more and more things. So if I wrap up the whole content, there were 3 big mistakes I made in my language learning journey. Using the bilingual dictionary is such a very big burden to acquire the language naturally. To note down every single word with the explanation is just a waste of time, and learning more and more things without repetition is not effective. So I hope you are not doing the same way like me, and if you are, please take it seriously. By the way, if you are new on the channel, my name is Chitar. I'm a passionate language learner of English and non-native speaker, and I share about language learning tips based on my English learning journey and everything related to English, mainly on this YouTube channel and some other social media platforms. So you can follow me there as well so you don't miss my weekly content. And then I want to say thank you so much for watching this video until the end. And if you think this video is helpful or informative, you can like this video and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell down below not to miss my weekly content. So for this week, bye bye. See you.